the snow descends, silent whispers from the winds as they bend. Candles flicker in each ancient tower, the night holds a mystic power. Moonlight dancing on the frozen ground, echoes of nights long lost and found. Armored shadows in the frosty night, bones of steel under pale moonlight. Winter weaves a spell so fine and deep, the city breathes and ancient spirits keep guarding tales of old with every breath. Blood brothers honor even in death. In the stone embrace, stories told by a crackling blaze. Children dreaming of heroic quests in the city where legends rest. Snowflakes landing on a solemn cross mark the places of triumph and loss. Chills that whisper of a time before, hollow moments that we adore. Winter weaves a spell so fine and deep, the city breathes and ancient spirits keep guarding tales of old with every breath. Blood brothers honor even in death.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Inner Sleuths live stream. Today we're hopping back into some PAX Day. We're continuing our 30 days of PAX Day here with the market stalls update of Proving Grounds. It's been a lot of fun to mess around with the market stalls. I want to know what your guys' experiences have been with them as well. The gold doesn't have too much of a purpose just yet, but I think that's all going to change very soon here in January once we get the Grace update with all the miracles and stuff. Really great to see everyone here today. Hope you guys are all having a great day, and Happy New Year to everybody. We got a bunch of people in chat already. Fadrill, Salty Veteran. We got Agaris, Waylo, JD, Chef. Really great to see you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending your fresh new year with me here on the 2nd. We're going to be pulling a winner for the giveaway of December, and we're going to be announcing another giveaway as well. I have updated my sub goal. I don't know what I'm going to do when we reach the next sub goal, but I've set a sub goal at 2,000. That's what I have my eyes on next. 2,000, 2,500, somewhere around there. That's what I'm going to be aiming for next. Seems like a big unobtainium goal, but I think we can do it together. The turnout from the community has been absolutely amazing. Before we get into everything today, which we got some spicy stuff to talk about because I am not happy with the announcement that Mainframe has just put out. I know some people are going to think that I'm overreacting about it. Some people are going to think I'm underreacting about it. But I normally tend to be somewhere in the middle, to be honest. I'm pretty honest. I do my best to be as honest as possible in everything that I do. And I really did not like that announcement that they put out. I know that it was probably just some second thought, put out a notice, let people know what they can do in the meantime type deal, but I don't like that RP servers were pretty much given a second class pass. But we'll be talking about that here on the channel. I want your guys' opinions as well, because I'm not going to be quiet about it. I want to make sure that Mainframe understand that roleplay is the content of the game right now. And like one of my community members and clan members so elegantly put it by Amaranda, to quote Amaranda, we are the content. So we're going to talk about that. I want to get your guys' opinions on all of that stuff. But before we get into that, if you guys would like to join us in-game, because you see how much fun we're having in not just PAX Day, but every game that we play together, you guys can head over to our Discord. You can type !Discord in chat. You'll get a link over to the Cheeky Buggers United community Discord server. We play all kinds of fun games over there together. Whenever we're a little bored of PAX Day, we hop over, we play some Star Citizen or whatever it may be. We play all kinds of funny little games just to pass time. But PAX Day and Star Citizen are our main content for sure. PAX Day is a massive part of my channel, as you guys know. We have PAX Cast, which I love doing whenever we have news to talk about. We got a lot of information and teasers and sneak peeks at the end of last year. It sounds weird saying that, but we are in 2025 now. A lot of really cool stuff coming to PAX Day. I think the future of PAX Day is really bright, and I want to make sure that Mainframe remember and acknowledge that roleplay is a huge part of their game, honestly, because the worlds and the stories that we have built together, I'm not going to let that become second class. I'm going to do my best to make sure they understand that we love roleplay. But you guys can head over to our Discord, the Cheeky Buggers United community Discord server, if you just want to hang out with us. And if you'd like to take that to the next level and become a verified CBU member, you can head over to our website, www.cheekybugger.net, or type !website in chat. You'll get a link over to our website where you can submit your very own application to become a verified CBU member, or to join the Blood Brothers, the Order of the Blood Brothers. So basically how it works is you submit an application to join the... Yo, you're doing dungeons already. I thought they were paused. I thought Tanja was paused right now. That's freaking hilarious. But yeah, you can submit an application to join our community first and foremost, because that's what we are at our core. And then you can choose to join any clans, guilds, private servers that you want from there. So that way you don't have to join the Order of the Blood Brothers if you do not want to. Everybody is welcome over there to submit an application just to join the Cheeky Buggers United if they so choose. We do giveaways here on the channel. We've given away a lot of copies of PAX Day. And I want to continue that trend. I want to be able to put PAX Day into the hands of people who maybe can't afford it, or maybe they are on the fence about it and they're not too sure if it's going to be the game for them. We did a giveaway in December, and we're about to pull the winners here. I pull 3 winners. As you can see, the start date up on screen will be, let me make sure this is actually correct, 2024-12-1 from midnight to 2024-12-31 at midnight. So that's going to be the first of the month to the end of the month, and it's going to pull a random subscriber and their comment, and you will be the winner of a free copy of PAX Day. You could do with it what you want. You can have more plots for yourself. You can give it to a friend or family member after we do the verification check off stream that you are who you are. Then you will claim your free copy of PAX Day. You can do with it whatever you want. To take part in our giveaways, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment on any upload that we do during the month of January now. So you can just go on our channel, and any video, including this one, once this stream becomes a video, you'll be able to go and leave comments on it, and that will get you entries towards winning a free copy of PAX Day. But without further ado, let's go ahead and pull our winner. So I'm going to press enter, and it's going to... Do you want 23:59 end time? Well, it'll be right at midnight, so that way any comment left at midnight or before will count. I mean, I think it's close enough. I mean, if you left a comment at midnight and you're 1 second off, I don't think you should be excluded. I think it's fine. Either way, it's going to be the buildup of getting all those comments, because you can get multiple entries by going to multiple videos or uploads and leaving comments on those. Midnight of I guess you're right. Yeah, it'd be midnight of January 1st. Let's go ahead. Let's pop it in. So we'll do 2025. We'll do 0101 at midnight. So there you can see it's going from 2024-12-1 at midnight to 2025-11 at midnight. There we go. No, that makes sense. That makes sense, Blimpy. I don't think it's that much offset, but it does make sense. Thanks for pointing that out. All right, let's press enter and see who the winner is going to be. It's thinking. It's pulling. Deadbird in first place. Let me write this down. Deadbird, congratulations on a free copy of PAX Day. You just got yourself some more plots or a free copy for a friend or family member. And then if it does not get claimed within 48 hours by Deadbird, then Lord Waylo. Let me write this down. If it doesn't get claimed in 48 hours, it'll move on to Lord Waylo. And if it doesn't get claimed in another 48 hours, it moves on to John Smith. And if we need to, we can pull again during a future stream if nobody claims it. John Smith -WW 4BW. Well, there you have it. There are the winners and the runner-up for winning a free copy of PAX Day. Thanks for all the comments, guys. It really does show the YouTube algorithm that you guys like the content that we're putting out here on the channel, and it really does help the channel to grow, so I greatly appreciate that. Let me hide this command window. Let me unpause Tangia. If you guys would like to interact with Tangia, you guys are more than welcome to type !Tangia in chat, and you'll get a link over to the Tangia page. You saw a dungeon pop up there. Those are just one fun way to interact. They're like a little passive game that you can partake in. You can earn gear, and you can also win interactions inside of those dungeons that you can then redeem for on-screen funny memes and stuff. Tangia is a fun way to interact with the live streams, honestly. Just like that. There's another dungeon. I'm going to go ahead and unpause Tangia. So if you guys would like to interact with that, you are more than welcome to. It does directly support the channel as well. Waylo says, maybe in 48 hours. Oh, yeah, because you're second place, Waylo. Nice. Chef, how's it going, buddy? Chef says I better read it. Oh, the spicy stuff? Yeah, Chef, definitely go check it out. I gave my hot take on it over on our community Discord server, the Cheeky Buggers community Discord server in our PAX Day room. So if you guys would like to get mine and any other people's opinions on that as well, you can go check out there for a typed out version, but I'm going to be going in depth here and let you guys know. I'm going to let you guys know exactly how I feel about that. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull up their message. So just to start right out the gate, this is what their message said. Quote, this is from Mainframe over on their Discord. Thyven, I think is how you pronounce it. THYVENE Mainframe. At Early Access 2/125. We are aware that the EU Mimir shard is nearly full capacity, and we want to assure you that we are closely monitoring the situation. We're actively exploring all possible solutions to maintain a smooth and enjoyable gameplay experience for everyone. In the meantime, we strongly encourage you to consider settling on the EU Artemis RP shard. While designated as an RP shard, strict RP rules are not enforced. So your experience will feel similar to Mimir. We're certain that you'll find welcoming clans and make new friends in no time. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. So right out the gate, the part that I don't like is that they are almost forcing everybody into a roleplay server. And I think that roleplay servers should be a choice. You as the player should have to make the conscious decision if you want to be on a roleplay server or not. I don't think that you should have to be forced into one because there's no other alternative. If the server's full, I think Mainframe should open another server. Or increase the population cap, increase the server tech, maybe do more server shards or something like that to allow it more layers, to allow it to have a higher population. If it is as populous as they say, maybe another server would be a good idea, but I don't like the idea of them essentially forcing players into the roleplay shard. Now, this doesn't really pertain to us here in North America Nix RP. This is talking about the EU server, but I want to make sure that everybody on all RP servers feel that they are represented well. So they say, while designated as an RP shard, strict RP rules are not enforced. The entailment of them saying that the RP rules are not enforced is essentially like saying, don't worry about not role-playing on a roleplay server because we're not going to be enforcing anything like that at all. They have said this before in the past, that there is no way for them to really restrict roleplay on a roleplay server, which is completely understandable if they're not going to have game masters who are going to be moderating anything like that. And I don't want people to feel like they have to roleplay. But I think the entailment of them saying that strict RP rules is kind of them reinforcing, saying, hey, don't worry about role-playing, just go on there. The other servers are full, don't worry about it, just overflow into the roleplay server. And I don't want roleplay servers to become second-class citizens, second-class servers, so to speak. And then it's kind of disrespectful, in my opinion, to say that, so your experience will feel similar to Mimir. I think that that's just disrespectful to say that RP servers are basically just another regular server. There are so many great people that I've seen put their heart and souls into storylines and other roleplay interactions, that to say that it's similar to a standard server where people are just going through the motions and leveling up and doing their stuff is completely disingenuous, in my opinion. And I want to get your guys' opinions on this as well. I'm just voicing my opinion. I'm just one person. I think I'm pretty fair in everything that I say and do. I try to assess things properly to make sure that I'm bringing you guys the honest opinion, regardless if it's good, bad, or indifferent. And sometimes we have to talk about bad things. And I really, really do not like their direction that they're going by saying that, you know, just go over to the RP server. Maven says, nice congrats to the winners. Fadril says, so irritated at that. Yes, 100%. I know that there's several people who have already voiced their opinion on this. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the stream to voice your opinion here as well. I just think we need to send Mainframe a message that while the RP community welcomes everybody with open arms, every single person is welcome to come and roleplay. I don't want people to think that roleplay servers are this exclusive. If you're not hardcore enough, then you can't partake here. It's not like that at all. It is nothing like that. We welcome every single person. Oh, it's Deadbird. We got Deadbird right here. Deadbird, congratulations. I'm just going to type him a little message here. I don't know if he's in chat or not. But I want to make sure that we're not just a secondhand thought where people are overflowing in our server just because. We want people to come and roleplay. We want people to experience roleplay, but it must be on their own free will. It must be a choice of theirs that they want to come and experience it. Every single person, whether you want to engage in a small way or in a large way, you are welcome on roleplay servers. You can just be an observer if you just like the environment of roleplay, even if you don't partake yourself. Anywhere in between. You can fit anywhere in between. It's not some hardcore thing that's exclusive. I want to make sure that I'm abundantly clear with that because I don't want people to think that, oh, Void is, trying to make it so that roleplay is exclusive only to people who are hard. No, not at all. If you want to participate in the smallest way or the biggest way or just observe and be a part of this awesome world that we're all building together, you are welcome here. So I don't want that to be a deterrent. Salty Veteran says, pertain to us yet. That's true, yes. I think that a lot of people in the US or who are on the US servers are already on the roleplay server. So I don't know if we're going to get there is a big influx though right now of people getting the game because of the winter sale and stuff. So there is a large influx of new players. And I want to make sure that they feel welcomed to the roleplay. But I also want to make a hard stance and let Mainframe know that we will not be second-class servers. Roleplay is the biggest part of what we even do right now. Roleplay is the main form of content right now, in my honest opinion. Stefan says, it's early access, who cares? Now after launch, heck yeah, be mad. I'm not even really mad. I just want to make sure that our voices are heard, that people know. And it really comes down to the sentiment from the developers. Is it the side effect? Is it the outfall, the fallout from that really matters, of people coming on and not role-playing? Not really. I mean, I want to make sure that we are respected and that we have a place to role-play, because, again, it's a role-play server dedicated to role-play in the first place. But it really is the sentiment behind the developers' just nonchalant disregard for role-play. That's the part that really bothers me the most. I want to make sure that they understand that we are a large community. Not just the Order of the Blood Brothers, not just Inner Sleuths here on YouTube, not just my Cheeky Buggers United Community Discord server. There are so many Discords that are dedicated to roleplay, that have clans housed in them. It is such a large, vast, and far-reaching community that is all-encompassing, that's welcoming to every single person, that I don't like the way that they just tossed it aside. That's where my frustration comes from. That's where I want to make sure that we are heard on it. So it's early access. Who cares? I care. Because I care about people who are trying to have fun. The real things that matter right now, Stefan, during early access is finding the bugs, testing the game, and building memories and friendships along the way. I don't want that to be understated. We have made so many great friends through roleplay, and I know that we will make many, many more. I just don't like the way that they worded it. I don't like the way that they put it. And I'm not like tone policing. If this is really how they feel, they're the devs. They can do whatever they want, but I'm not going to sit by and just let roleplay servers be second class, an overflow to the regular servers. Open up another regular server. The entailment of them saying that there are no rules on roleplay servers is essentially saying, go there and do whatever the hell you want. We don't really care about RP. Just go play there. Just go play somewhere. We're not going to open new servers. We're not going to increase the shard limits. We're not going to find an actual solution to it. Just go over there. Here's the overflow. It's treated like an overflow. Maven says, I feel like they really missed the mark with the latest statement. There is no issue, in my opinion, if someone joins the RP server who may be shy or RP curious, as long as they aren't there to be a bad actor. Absolutely. And again, it was the choice of theirs. It was the choice that they made to take the plunge into a roleplay server knowing that it's for roleplay. Fadril says this opens up ideas for the US servers, though. It absolutely does. And again, I'm not here to really bash mainframe or anything like that. Some people call me a doomsayer on one hand. On the other hand, they call me a fanboy from day to day. It's insane. I'm neutral in all of this. The only thing that I'm beholden to is my people and the RP community. I want to make sure that you guys have a voice. I want to make sure that everyone knows that if this is your first time here on my channel, don't be shy. Pop in my chat. Let your voice be heard. And let Mainframe know exactly how you feel. Deadbird says woot. Yes, congrats, Deadbird. I will get the verification checks and stuff with you after stream, and we'll get it over to you, brother. Congratulations. Maven says, there are those, however, that will be looking for different servers that have no intent of RPing and may openly cause issues within the RP servers, which is the concern. Yes, and that's more likely to happen when people are forced into a roleplay server. Imagine if you went to play a game and it only had roleplay servers, you're going to have a larger influx of people who have no intention of roleplaying whatsoever. They're just not going to. Because they didn't make the conscious decision to be there. John, how's it going? Welcome into the stream, brother. Really great to see you here today. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody. Deadbird says, happy that I won, but let's give the copy of the game to the next person. More people to enjoy PAX Day. Are you sure, Deadbird? Are you absolutely positive that's what you want to do? Because then it's going to go to Lord Waylo. Let me know if that's what you want to do. I think Lord Waylo already has the game. I think everybody here mostly already has the game. So I'm not too concerned with it. But if you know somebody, Deadbird, who you want to give it to, who does not yet have a copy of the game, you're free to do with it whatever you want. So let me know for sure if that's what you want to do, or if you want to give it to someone else who you know doesn't have the game. Just let me know, and we'll verify that, and we'll get it put wherever it is that you want. Stefan says, let's be honest, RP is great, but at the moment it's fluff because there's no PvP, no duels, nothing to make RP legit. Well, the RP is legit when you're role-playing. We have so many storylines. We have deities. We have demons attacking. We have portals being opened. We have all kinds of stuff. It's just your imagination is the limit, essentially, and then some, because other people's imaginations, they add into things. We have so many cool storylines going on right now. I don't think it's just fluff. It is the content. Let's be honest. We've done every single thing in the game. We've beaten every dungeon. We've killed every boss. We've collected every item. We've maxed out every skill. We've built up every city. We've done all of the things in the game. We have the market stalls. We've gone through the motions. We've tested all the stuff. We've extensively tested and explored this world. I mean, there's still probably places that we haven't seen. But RP is not just fluff. RP is content. RP is, in my opinion right now, and according to Amaranda and a lot of other people, it's the only content. People log on just to interact and live in this world and roleplay with each other. So I don't think that that's fluff. Stefan says, once again, fluff. No true consequences. Anyone can do anything and pretend anything with no consequences. Well, I don't think things become real just when they have consequences. Things become real when you're living it. We are proof that first of all, there is PvP. You can go and have war and conflict if you so choose to roleplay that out in the PvP zone. But I don't think you need to have conflict or consequences in order for something to quote unquote be real. So I don't really personally consider it fluff. And I think that that's disingenuous to the RP community as well, because there's so many people, that's the only reason they log on. If you look at the number of people who are actually playing this game anymore, it goes 1,000, 2,000 players, whatever it is. I think that a lot of them, and this is just my opinion based on what I see from my roleplay community, is the only reason they even log on is to have interactions with their players. It is the content of the game. Without roleplay right now, I don't think that there would even be a Bloodhaven. I don't think there would even be a lot of these big cities. I mean, and it's proof enough, because you can look at other big cities that were built up and they just sit dormant now because they don't have roleplay. They just sit dormant. They came in, they built their stuff, and then they moved on to other games. So honestly, roleplay is the main form of content in PAX Day right now. For all intents and purposes, it is the game. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't really like seeing it just pushed aside. But I see what you're saying. I mean, to someone who's, maybe you're not an Advent role player, I'm not sure, I don't know everyone's background. I mean, I'm coming from a roleplay point of view. So the only reason for me to get on, like, why would I purchase, let's look at this market stall. Why would I purchase these iron ingots? I can just go get them myself. Why would I purchase this charcoal? It's to have fun, fuel the economy. They see their money go up. We have trades and things like that. I mean, anyone can just go get anything that they want in the game. So the entire market system, no one would even test the market system if it wasn't just to test it and to roleplay with it. But I mean, I see where you're coming from if you're not an Advent role player. Lippy says, oh dear, I was thinking of someday trying RP, was not even thinking about PvP RP. Yes, I mean, PvP RP is going to be a lot of fun as well. I think that it's going to be an entailment of the roleplay as it gets more fleshed out. As we get those things that Stefan's talking about, like the duels and wars and the knight and barony system and the religion system, as it all comes together, it's going to add to the roleplay for sure. But I think in a game like this, in a world like this, the main form of content for a lot of people is going to be this. I mean, it's a socially interactive game. Like, you have to interact. We don't have to per se, but you're kind of nudged to interact with other players. Like, why would we have a market stall if not for RP? We don't need any gold. The gold's useless. And even once we do need the gold, we can go run a dungeon and get, I mean, how much gold do I even have right now? I got like 11,000 gold. I spent 2,000 of it on random crap just to move money around and buy stuff from people to, make them feel good and have fun and get some whatever little doodads that I just didn't want to go get myself. So again, without roleplay, what is there to PAX Day, If you're a new player, absolutely, there's tons of new things for you to experience. I don't want to downplay the content that is in the game, but we have fully and thoroughly exhausted every avenue of normal gameplay mechanics in the game through and through. I mean, we have months and months and months ago, we have completely run through everything that you could hope to do in the game. Maven says PAX Day equals mental Legos. John says, on the other hand, more villains and villain guilds deserve an ass kick. I would agree there. All in good fun, all in good RP. But that's what's really going to be fueling a lot of that stuff. Proteo says, here's the thing. You can RP in party chat, in clan chat, in private chat, just as easily as public chat. I mean, yeah, you absolutely could. I like to do it out in the open because then it leaves more avenues for other people to get involved. But it's not just about like, so for instance, if someone wants to just come and jump on stream all day, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, we do need PvP for things like that. If people are to come to an event, we've had people come to events who are going outside of the bounds of RP to try and we're on an RP server. This was before this statement. We have people who have come to our events who have no intention of role-playing to try to troll and stuff like that. So you're gonna get those individuals, but I think that it's much, much more prominent when everyone's forced into a roleplay server. Could the roleplay community coexist in a non-roleplay server? Like, let's say roleplay servers didn't exist. Could we go on a normal server and still do our thing? Absolutely, but I think having a space for it just makes it that much more engaging and that much easier to find people who are willing to engage in roleplay. Proteo goes on to say, so you don't even really have to hear anyone that is trying to mess up RP. I mean, yeah, that's true. You could just use one of those other chat avenues if you want, but again, we shouldn't really have to do that. I mean, it's a roleplay server. There should be the intent behind people that they're at least there because they want to engage in roleplay. And that's why I like having the separate roleplay designation on a server. Having it separate because then people have to choose. Now, could trolls just come over to the roleplay server because they're bored and just make a new character and come and troll your events and stuff? Absolutely, they can do that. I'd hope that people act in good faith because that's what I always do, and that's what I always tell people, as long as you're acting in good faith in the chats and comments and stuff, that I will always read your comments, and I love interacting with you guys. It's my favorite thing to do is to read your questions, comments, concerns, and answer all of that stuff and give you a voice here, as long as it's in good faith, right? Agaris says, what's more, that most experienced RPers work together and form a sort of consensus about what is and isn't acceptable to do. Very few are going to interact with someone who runs it. Oh, you mean ruins it? I mean, I think RP is what anyone wants to make it. There's no real limit on it. It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. It's an open-ended choose your own adventure. You know, you can roleplay whatever you want within the bounds of reason. I mean, no one's really walking around saying there's some god and they're floating around and smiting villages, because all that stuff's a little bit ridiculous. So I mean, you could try to RP that if you really want to. Some people might just say that you're RPing as a crazy person or something. I mean, that's the interaction with it, though, you know? That's the fun with it. Agaria says, I kill you with a nuclear bomb and runs off. Yeah, and I mean, you could then just RP it off as that person's insane. I mean, but I haven't really experienced that, to be honest. There hasn't really been too much craziness in terms of RP that people have done. It's been very down to earth and very refreshing and a lot of fun to engage with. And I'll be honest, we've done the vast majority of what our RP has been done inside of the Order of the Blood Brothers, just because we're such a large clan. We have 225 plus registered members. It's not hard to find people to interact with. I mean, we say Bloodhaven is the city that never sleeps for a reason. There's always something fun going on in Bloodhaven. And we're going to have a bunch of events coming up, a bunch of roleplay events coming up that are going to be put on our board coming up very soon. So make sure you guys are over there on the Discord so you can never miss a post on there. And make sure you subscribe to the channel too, so you never missed a PAX cast or a Veiled Mythos episode, which I'm going to be starting to get more of those rolling this year, as well as I'm going to try and cover some more roleplay. There's a ton of roleplay that you guys don't see on the channel that take place behind the scenes. There's a ton of roleplay that I just can't cover because there's so much to it. So I do my best to try and stream as often as I possibly can. But there is a metric crap ton of roleplay that does not get shown on stream. John says, random crap must have visited my stall. Sorry, 5 minutes behind. Oh, you can, if anyone's behind on chat, drag the red bar at the bottom of YouTube all the way over to the right. So that way you're caught up. Agaris says there's nothing to force someone to comply, but that doesn't mean there's just tons of people doing utterly random, meaningless stuff. There's ways for communities to enforce standards. I mean, there absolutely is. You can just choose to not interact with people. Like, we've had our fair share of trolls out of character who have I mean, called us names, done all kinds of mean things outside of character. I mean, there have been people who have trolled us trying to wipe us in dungeons, by chain pulling, by ninja looting. There are people who will always go outside the bounds of what would be considered traditional or role play and stuff like that, just because the game mechanics aren't fully fleshed out yet and allow them to do that. And you just shun those people. I mean, it's why we have lists of if people do things that are egregious outside of character and they are intentionally being malicious to other members within the community, we put out notices on that stuff about clans to help warn other people about our interactions with bad actors. Because I want to help keep the RP community safe and alive. I want to make sure that people aren't being turned off by it just because people are trying to troll them, you know, especially smaller clans. They're really you know, subjected to that. Proteo says, but when it's out in the open, but you are in Northern Carries, the pale and your message is being read by someone that is south of Platin because you're open and you aren't having anyone join your RP. I don't really... let me reread that. I'm trying to understand what you mean there, Proteo. So Proteo says, but when it's out in the open, but you are in Northern Carries, the pale and your message is being read by someone in south of Platin because you are in the open and you aren't having anyone join your RP. Oh, I mean like just in local chat? Like right here in game, if I just type in nearby, anybody within earshot, whoever that may be, Billy here, Billy's not in our clan, Billy will see that. But if I'm talking in clan chat or party chat or something, Billy has no idea what's going on. So I'd like to see a whisper function so we can actually reduce it down to a very small radius around us. I think that'd be pretty cool to have a whisper function for roleplay. It's really just spam then? See, I don't think so. I mean, would you consider it spam if you're to go to like, I don't know, the mall and you hear someone talking about some new game console or something and you're in like a game store or a new board game or you're in a board game store and they're talking about something Dungeons and Dragons related and you're really into Dungeons and Dragons, or maybe you just play other board games and you don't even know what Dungeons and Dragons is and you overhear them. You're not really eavesdropping, but you overhear them talking about it. You could say, hey, are you guys talking about Dungeons and Dragons? That's a game that I've like heard about, but I don't really know anything about it. Like, what's going on with that? And then boom, now you're pulled into the conversation and that's emergent gameplay. It all fuels emergent gameplay, essentially. Who do we have here? Oh, it's Billy. And just like this, why is Billy approaching me? Why are we having this conversation here? Why are we having these pleasantries? What is about to take place here? I have no idea. Oh, look, Billy says, hello, Voidluck, I found some more silver and gold for you. Because I told him, hey, he goes out and he hunts things. I said, hey, if you ever find any gold and silver, I said, I'll buy that from you. Let's see what he wants for it. Right here, emergent gameplay. Billy has been coming around town for a while now. It's been a lot of fun to interact with Billy. He's been trying to acquire pieces of gear from the ground up by going out and working for people and doing different odd jobs and things like that. Maven says Billy has been very nice to RP with, very pleasant. Exactly, and that's why I want to preserve roleplay so much. This is gameplay. This is fun to interact with people. You get that emergent gameplay. You never know really what's going to happen. It's not all about who can kill people and who's PvPing the best and all these other things. None of that. That's not truly the only thing to roleplay. Roleplay is not just about having harsh words and meeting them on the battlefield. Could that be an avenue of it? Absolutely. But sometimes it's just, hey, Billy wants to be a citizen. He wants to be a citizen of Bloodhaven, and he wants to do odd jobs for people, earn his gear from the ground up because he's not going to grind all of his skills up. He doesn't want to roleplay that way. He wants to go out and adventure, collect stuff, and bring it to town and try to sell it. Billy says, Coins from market stalls. I bought some of your healing items and got to 3 highest tier items now. You're moving up really fast, Billy. Great work. It's emergent gameplay, you know? And I know I got some more chat to get to, guys. I'm not ignoring you. It's hard to juggle back and forth in the chat. And again, please keep in mind, I don't say any of this to demean anyone else's point of view. All I'm doing is sharing my point of view. I'm not trying to diminish anyone else's point of view, and that's why I have these as live streams. If I just wanted to talk at you and not with you, I would just do a video, but it's why I do the live streams. I like the interaction from you guys, so I don't mean any disrespect to anyone. We don't have to agree on everything, and we can still get along and be cordial, you know? So if it feels like I have the opposite view of you or something like that, hey, it's just my opinion. I'm just one guy, you know? I'm here to make sure that, so if anyone has an opinion that hasn't been said yet, make sure you pop it in chat, guys. I really want to hear from you. Billy says, thank you. Those tonics were a great help. I found a new boss in the Black Fort. So I'm going to tell him, yes, those devils are trying to push back on us. They will fall at every turn. I am glad the potions helped. If you need more, I will gladly sell them to you at a discount. Let's catch up on some more chat over here on YouTube. Salty Veteran says, Proteo, most RP places takes place in area chat. The range on that chat is very limited. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no one's really RPing in global chat or whatever, the region chat, because that's just, how would you even be yelling that far anyways? We normally use that to help guide people and stuff like that. I haven't really seen people abusing the global chat too much. And the nice thing is you can pick which one you want to see as well. So if you're in local and you don't want to see local RP, you can turn it off or, you know, move out of that. Oh, he wants to go do it at a chest. So that way we don't have to pay the tax man. I'm gonna go meet him over by the chest really quick so we can do this exchange. We do trades in a chest, so that way we don't pay the ethereal king. We don't have to pay him a fee, because I find that to be a little silly as well. Like you're paying some fee, some tax on my market stall, on my property that I built, everything that has to do with it. It's funny. Let me catch up on some more chat here. Give me 1 second. Victor, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, Victor. I hope you're having a great day and a great new year. As I said before, we need big bosses, unique items, and PvP events. Absolutely. I'm 100% all in on all of those things, Victor. I agree with you 100% there. Proteo says, that salty veteran, LOL, dude, are you serious right now? Of course, that is what it is. I mentioned all alternatives to what you could do if it was messed up by other channels. So I couldn't decide your jumbled text. Perhaps I misunderstood you. Let's keep it cordial, everybody. Everyone here, I don't bring up these topics in order to disregard anyone else's points of view. Everyone is entitled to their point of view 100%. So let's keep it good faith. Maven says, Billy has been very good. Oh, I already read that one. Let's see, where else are we at here? I'm trying to catch up on all the chat before I finish this trade here. There's a ton of chat going by, so I'm doing my best to get to it, guys. I'll always get to super chats, so if something is very pressing, I'll always read a super chat. I do my best to get the channel members' messages as well as everyone's message at the end of the day. Blimpy Boy says, I wonder if anyone in Bloodhaven needs the service of a lumberjack or miner. Absolutely. I mean, do we actually need that service? No. But again, emergent gameplay and fun RP at the end of the day. What would you like for this? Let's see what he wants for 10 gold, 22 silver. Let's see what he thinks is fair. It's all emerging gameplay, Blimpy, so if you come to Bloodhaven, there will most certainly be someone who will hire you to do X, Y, and Z job. I mean, we do that all the time. There's people who literally come here just to roleplay exactly like that. Do we actually need their services? No, but again, it's emergent gameplay. It's fun to have that interaction, to have that back and forth. Maven says, I'll meet you in the PvP zone if you like, Proteo. Proteo says, to be honest, I was unorthodox. To be honest, it was unorthodox, but was nice because other people got involved. It's all about what you decide to make of the situation. Some people trolled, other people appreciated it. Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, you can't really control that, but that's why I want to make sure that roleplay servers are respected, because you have a higher chance of success and integration and fun and emergent gameplay when people are choosing and making that choice to join a roleplay server. Just simply dumping people in the roleplay server and suggesting they go there because there's no rules and they can do whatever they want. The entailment of that is, well, you don't have to roleplay. Just go over there. We don't want to deal with you right now. We don't have any other servers. Just go over there and do your thing. Could you do 320? Would be enough amount towards better gear. Let's give him 400. Let's give him, I think we can just type here. Let's give him 400 gold for that. I'm going to say, I'll pay you 400 for your efforts, Billy. You are doing great. Thank you so much. Oh, let's see what else. Salty Veteran says, thanks for... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, Salty Veteran replying and says, thanks for clarifying. I was under the impression you were thinking that RP chat was cross-zone or on a regular basis. Proteo says, no, it was in zone, but zone chat in Wildlands is not local at all. Salty Veteran says, gotcha. Proteo says, yeah, but like it didn't ruin anything. I like hearing all the different chatter and stuff that goes on as you visit different places. I think that it adds a bunch to the game and it allows, again, for that emergent gameplay. I go back to that situation where if you're in... Did he take the gold? Oh yeah, he did. I still saw it in there. It didn't update. It didn't update right away. But I keep going back to that example of if you're in a game store and you overhear someone talking about a cool game, or like, I go to Dane's Games all the time and I play Star Wars Unlimited. If you come in there and you're going to buy a board game for your family to play, and then you see a bunch of people playing Star Wars Unlimited, you may then be like, you may walk over and say, hey, what's going on here? Let me observe this interaction that's happening here. And, oh, I'd like to take part in this, or ask some questions about it. Like, what's going on here, guys? This game looks pretty cool. And boom, just like the Dungeons & Dragons experiences a lot of people, that's how you get exposure to things, And I'd like to make sure that that stays intact. Maven says, no, it's all good. I was being silly. Proteo says, I just don't get why it has to be how one person wants it to be and discredit everything else. What do you mean, Proteo? Are you talking about me discrediting something else? Because I'm not trying to discredit anyone. Again, this is just my opinion, and I've stated that explicitly, that this is just one person's opinion. I mean, I've heard it from other people in the community as well. I've put it out there, and this is the platform for people to voice their opinions. It seems like a lot of people don't want roleplay servers to become second class. So I don't know if that was directed at me or someone else, but I don't think anyone is really trying to make it how one person wants it, so to speak. I just don't think that roleplay servers should be a dumping ground and the only option for people who don't want to consciously make the decision to be in this space, right? Just like maybe regular players, they don't want role players to be in their space because they prefer just being able to run by people and not have someone try to stop and talk to them. They don't want, people RP walking everywhere, or they want people who they can find. They want people in their community who they can find who want to just go run dungeons and metagame and do things as best as possible and have no semblance of, realism to the things that they're doing and the way that they're going about accomplishing things. They just want a larger community of people that they can pull from and say, hey, John's clan, we're going to run a dungeon. You guys want to come? We just want to get a bunch of gold and stuff. Like, hey, is that what do you guys want to do that? Okay, cool. Yeah, send 2 people. We'll just go around. I mean, like, we run dungeons with people. We role play. We go, let's go push back the darkness and things like that. So if we're on their server and we're role playing things too much, they're like, come on, guys, can we literally just go run the dungeon, please? Why do you have to be taking things? This is taking too long. I only got a half hour to play today. TikTok, let's go, everybody. And now it ruins your gameplay. It frustrates them. It's not you don't get that cross compatibility, So I think that having the 2 separate places is very important. I honestly do. There's a bunch of chat. I'm trying to keep up with the guys. I really am. Let me see here. Salty Veteran says, we shall survive. Proteo says, best RP communities are resilient. Well, I mean, yeah. I think the best any community is resilient, right? I'm not saying that we're not resilient and this is going to be the end of roleplay or anything like that. I'm not doomsaying. I'm just saying, hey, we are a thing. We want to be respected. We don't want to be second-class servers. We don't want to be second-class citizens. We don't want to be ignored. There's a lot of people who want to keep the integrity. And again, it just comes back to the sentiment behind their post. Stefan says, purpose of RP and not dealing with it. Still, I get what you're saying. I get what you say, not saying PvP makes RP, but without any consequences, people will RP any old way. Well, how are you going to do that in the homelands anyways? Like, people can RP whatever they want anyways. I mean, it's all been done in good faith, and it's all been done... There really hasn't been any crazy RP, even right now, when there are no actual consequences. So if it's not happening right now in the RP community, any crazy off-the-cuff, like, RPs that don't make sense or are just so insane, then why would it happen? Why would it happen if we just kept RP servers made for RP? I guess. Just add to the flavor, like the guy says in Gladiator when trying to sell the Spaniard. Proteo says... Yes, exactly. You are in charge of what you accept into your RP. Nothing wrong with having NPCs around. I mean, I don't think that players are NPCs. I think players are players. I think some people will probably treat role players. I think some people will treat role players as NPCs. But I think I like to think that the vast majority of people actually respect individuals. That they actually respect the person's role play. They respect their status and whatever. I mean, could someone just come to town and treat me like a peasant? Absolutely. Does it fit the roleplay? Not really, because I run the biggest clan in the game, and we're probably more powerful than anything else. So yeah, there would be that consequence through PvP, like you're saying, but even if there was in the Home Valley, what are you going to do about it? Like, the Home Valleys, they said PvP is going to be an opt-in thing, so there's nothing that will ever stop people from doing that. God's Silent Grace, how's it going, brother? Welcome into the stream. Really great to see you here today. Hope you're having a great new year. God's Silent Grace says, I think they should just make a heavy RP region and call it a day. Let's catch up on some more chat here. Stefan says, RP, my Lord Commander, was done wrong because people meta and took stuff in-game and twisted out of character. Maven says, there was someone who rolled an RP die laughing. Wait, hold on. There was someone who rolled an RP... Oh, die launching a missile in the wildlands the other day. Ignored. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if someone... someone does stuff like that, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, you just ignore it and you move on. But do you not think that the occurrences like that would increase if they force non-role players into roleplay servers? I mean, some people, they literally don't respect role players. So people could be role playing, and you're going to have that guy sitting there who's like, look at these dorks, look at these nerds. They're talking about, you know, whatever, doing rituals and stuff in the woods. which we take that stuff seriously. It's a lot of fun to engage with it and treat it as if it's real, you know? It's a lot of fun to role play that way. And then you're going to have people just coming along just to mess with you. They're going to be like, oh, look here's the role play guys that are on this server that we just got dumped in. Let's go make fun of these guys and troll them. And the devs do nothing about it. The devs will do nothing about it. So the occurrences of that will increase. 100% they will increase if they're forcing people into roleplay servers who are not role players. That's my main point at the end of the day. I think what's the problem with just opening another standard server? Like all this discussion back and forth about what's acceptable roleplay, should they be forced there, should they not? At the end of the day, doesn't it just make more sense to just have another non-roleplay server or increase the player capacity somehow by making more layers on the existing server? Does that not make more sense than forcing non-role players into roleplay? That's the part that just doesn't make sense to me. Salty Veteran says, I've done a lot of RP with a lot of different people from a lot of different clans. I can't remember one interaction where I felt something was unbalanced or unfair. Just a lot of good faith RP. Absolutely, and that's what I want to make sure is preserved. Having a space that is dedicated to RP has helped that to become a reality. Now imagine if half the community that gets dumped into your server is not role-playing. It's going to be a lot different because I don't think everyone is just going to ignore the role players and go about their business. There's a direct incompatibility there. Now, can you just ignore each other? Yes, but it's going to ruin your immersion, that's for sure. And you all know here that we love our immersion. Blimpy says perhaps they add another non-RP server to EU. Yes, exactly, Blimpy. That's what I think they should do. And I don't know if they're just trying to save a buck or what, but I think they should just add another non-RP server or add more layers or something to the existing server. I mean, I think that's a very reasonable thing for them to try and do. I get it, the servers cost money, but hey, if your servers are at capacity, clearly the money's good, right? Salty Veteran says, Blimpy, I hope they expand upon the servers they have for both RP and non-RP. It's nice seeing people everywhere you go now. It wasn't like that a few months ago, sadly. And I think that that's why some people chose to come to the RP server in the first place. Because when the first set of shards were out there were a lot of people on the non-RP server, and there was a lot of people on the RP servers. And then after several months, the standard servers died off because there was nothing left for people to do. Like I say, we are the content. So there was nothing left for anybody really to do in game. They had accomplished everything. They've done everything they wanted to do, and they had no intention of role-playing, so they stopped playing. But then there were those who were starting off on the non-RP server fresh, like several months after, 3 months in. And then there were people who were still at it 3 months in. They didn't have a lot of people around. They simply wanted people to interact with, so they came over to the roleplay server because there's life there. People have a natural inclination to want to be around a lot of people. 100%, Salty. 100%. Agree with you. John says, role players are kind of irritating when they think they are a Shakespearean thespian, and they need to hold a skull to speak. Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, everyone has different layers and levels of roleplay that they're comfortable with engaging with. But at least on a roleplay server, you're much more likely to encounter some people who are willing to engage on your level of roleplay. I always tell people when they join our community and our clan, we don't really have like rules and laws and stuff like that. We have very little restrictions in the ways of anything, really. I want people to play the game the way that they like to enjoy, as long as it's compatible with other people's around them. And one of the things that we tell people is, do your best to match other people's level of roleplay. I understand that there's people here who they only like a tiny bit of roleplay and they like it to be brief and they don't like long drawn out interactions. So I don't give them that because I know that they don't want that. I try to match people's level of engagement so they can have as much fun as possible. And we don't tie up anybody in our roleplay unless they want to be. We leave it open-ended so they can choose if they want to engage with it. We don't say, oh, Billy's in town. That's my long lost cousin. He's in town working. Now I've just like made up his backstory and tied him into all things for me, about me. You know what I mean? We don't do that either. That's our 2 basic rules to make sure that we have a respectful environment people can enjoy their roleplay. Rodeo says, players that join a roleplay server and don't really engage are kind of like NPCs. Not that they aren't people. Oh, I see what you're saying, Proteo. Yeah, if they don't want to engage, I guess it'd be, yeah, I could see how you could see them as NPCs. I still see them as players because I'll do the pleasantries and stuff, and then if they don't really want to, they won't. Like on a regular server, you're not going to see someone walking in the background like that. That walk functionality, there's a reason that running is the default now, because everyone who's not role-playing is going to just be running. You will never see somebody just walking around, because why would they? They got places to go, they got skills to grind, they got quotas to meet, they got things to do that they don't care about having an image of walking around on a boardwalk or just sitting out at night, or I come down here and I skip stones in the water just for fun. It's just fun and engaging, you know? You're not going to find that on a non-RP server. Blimpy says, oh yikes, getting dark, gotta go run to the barn for a bit. Sounds good, Blimpy. Stay safe, don't let the werewolves get you. Maven says, Blimpy, is there a werewolf in that barn? Blimpy says, no, Maven. Not that I know of. Damn it. You better check just to make sure. I want to stay safe and all. Brodeo says, is that your home you are at, Inner Sleuths? Or are you at someone else's? I don't necessarily really have a home. I kind of live in the attic. I live in the attic of the apothecary. That right there in front, that's the apothecary. That's my Graveheart apothecary. That's where I do all of my work, and a lot of roleplay starts there. A lot of my streams start up on those balconies and stuff. I kind of live in the attic there. I live a humble life. I don't have a giant castle or anything like that. I just, you know, I'm a leader of the people, so I just live in the attic of my apothecary, get the work done. These are all other people's houses and stuff, though. Behind me is the Guild Bank and the Blood Hall. That's our gathering spots for other things. But all these other houses, these are all other players. We can zoom around and show you. This is Tyra's place here with the pool and stuff. We haven't got an aerial view of Bloodhaven in a while. There's the apothecary. There's the Guild Bank, the Moonlit Market, the barracks, the Blood Hall. Let's get a nice aerial view to show you just what roleplay has created over the months. Well, I guess month since we've had the wipe. I don't know how long it's been since the wipe, actually. Bloodhaven is huge, vast. We have new people joining every day. We have people who have different outposts here to come and visit and to roleplay. It is a bustling city. We're like 90% of Tremen. It's crazy, the sheer population. But it's a great place to come and hang out and have a lot of fun. We have a boardwalk that goes all the way around, but we have people who live out in the woods, you can see. We have other clans nearby. Vidarian Holt up there on the hill. Wickhaven down there by the Tri-River Interstate. A ton of people live up by, a ton of clan members live up by the Petridae, but this is the main heart of Bloodhaven. It's such a nice place. Godzilla Gray says that's their town. Blimpy says, I'll bang sticks together to scare them off. Wait, that's bears or something? Brodeo says, yeah, I just recognize the location, so I thought I would ask. Oh yeah, 100%. Maven says maybe they'll like to play fetch. Blimpy says, okay, here I go, or it will be dark, and it'll be even more scary. All right, Blimpy, good luck. Watch out for the werewolves. Proteo says, well, I gotta check the NPC to see if they have some part of the story that they can add or something. They are not interactive. Well, you gotta check with the NPC. Yeah, I mean, I don't like calling people who roleplay NPCs. I think it's kind of disrespectful, to be honest. That's like, I don't know, what would be a term for people who don't engage in roleplay? Like, they're still role-playing. They're just choosing how much they want to engage with it, you know? Maven says November 5th? What about November 5th? Why'd you say November 5th? Oh, November 5th was the wipe. I got you. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to keep up with chat, so sometimes the messages that I'm reading are a little bit behind, so you gotta bear with me there if things may come out of context to me at times. Proteo says you live in the Belfry. Fair enough. Proteo says, Kev, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great new year. If you hold Alt and scroll your mouse wheel, it'll increase your fly speed. Yeah, that's how I came up so fast. That's how I'm able to zoom around like that. Absolutely. I wish that it just increased your speed and not your look. Not the mouse sensitivity. Because if you put it up too high, it makes it so jarring because you'll move your mouse like a nanometer and it'll spin you around 56 times. It's so jarring. Gary says, reminds me that I need to work on the Holt. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see what you build up there. When the patch had released. Yeah, Maven. Gotcha. Thank you. Proteo says, just thought that might help. Oh, yeah, moving around faster. Waylo says, if you don't roleplay, you call them no play. That's funny, Waylo. Salty Veteran says, let's call non-RPers background extras. There you go. Yeah, see, it's... Oh, man, that's funny. Proteo says no one was calling roleplayers NPCs. Well, it sounded like you were saying the people who don't really engage and they're in the background or something, like they were NPCs. Maybe I took it the wrong way. It's over chat, so I don't have the inflection and stuff. It's hard to gauge exactly how people are saying. Because you said, well, you got to check the NPC to see if they have some part of the story they can add, or sometimes they are not interactable. Oh, you're talking about actual NPCs. I gotcha. Yeah, actual NPCs. You gotta interact with them to see if they have part of your story or something. And we have done that. We've actually done that with the Gwendolyn story. We would go to nearby neighbors and we would ask them, hey, did you hear anything about such and such? Someone's gone missing or X, Y, and Z. And maybe they happened to be nearby when the nearby chat was going on. And they're like, oh yeah, you know what? I do vaguely remember them saying that they were going out to the part of the wildlands to do something. I don't really know what they were talking about though, but yeah, I was working at my well and I heard them mention X, Y, and Z. That's the emergent gameplay. It makes the world so alive. And that's what I want to try so hard to preserve, is that level of interaction and having, knowing that everybody around you is willing, at least in some capacity, to engage with roleplay with you. That's what I want to preserve. I think that is worth protecting and worth voicing our opinions about to make sure that that never gets overlooked. And again, I cannot understate, it came down to the sentiment that was behind the developers' words. I want to read it again to make sure that we fully understand. We strongly encourage you to consider settling on EU Artemis RP Shard. While designated as an RP shard, strict RP rules are not enforced, so your experience will feel similar to on Mir. To me, the entailment is, don't worry about role-playing, just go there. And I just want to make sure that we let maybe that wasn't their intent, and maybe they can clarify and they can let us know, hey, we really didn't mean anything like it. But I see so many people, and this is why I'm so passionate about it right here. This is the culmination of it. You see the city down below you? That was built, no small part, by every single individual who loves roleplay. The community that we've built, the 500 plus person Discord, the 225 plus person clan, the fun and the friendships that we have built. Every other clan out there, Storm's Refuge. I mean, you have the Vidarian Order. You have former Ravenhall. You have so many clans. Arendor. You have so many clans who engage in roleplay on a daily basis. They're why I have such strong feelings about it. I see so many people engaging in roleplay and making new friends and having fun every single day that I want to make sure that Mainframe understands that we want a place to call our own. We want a place where we are more likely to engage with good faith role players. We want a place
where we can know that people made the conscious decision to come and choose to play here, to engage in roleplay. It's a respect thing. So many people have built up. I mean, go check our Wikipedia. Go to wiki.cheekybugger.net and look at just our lore and our backstories and stuff. Proteo says, all I know is I'm carrying silver arrows with me on Nyx after seeing the werewolf RP. I will drop some of them on the ground when I see Moon next. That's the fun of it. Are there actual implications of it? Yes, because we make it so. We roleplay in such a way. I mean, we have had people RP in good faith that they were assassins. We went up, we punched each other, and they RP got captured. I have no idea who those people were, but they were RPing in good faith because we outnumber them, we out strength them. You know, we were way better geared than them. We subdued them, we dragged them back, we put them to trial, and we lopped off their heads, and they deleted the characters. They were just alts from maybe they were clan members, maybe they were alts of other people who just wanted to get engaged with the role play. I have no idea, but there's people who act in good faith all day. God Silent Grace says, "Don't you mess with my sister." Proteo says, "Hey, you're supposed to be silent." Proteo says, "Oh, my grace ran out." I think Silent's grace may be silent, not him. Silent can be pretty outspoken at times. Silent doesn't sit on his hands idly while there's injustice around. Silent's done great things, in and out of roleplay. Yeah, I know. Proteo says I'm just teasing them back for calling me to PvP. I understand. It's all in good fun, man. And I want to make sure that PAX Day and the RP community know that the Order of the Blood Brothers, all of our allies, all of our friends, every person that we've interacted with, we are there for every single person who wants to engage in roleplay, who wants to try their hand, and they want to take the plunge into roleplay, even if it's for the very first time. Billy says, I got the helmet. Prices were down some now. Thank you, Voidlock. See, global chat, I don't really use global chat for RP. That's for like coordination and, you know, pleasantries and stuff, out of character things, in my opinion. I mean, people could use it however they want, obviously, but... Drill says, don't mess with my moon. Emma says, hola, what server are you playing on? Emma, we are playing on North America Nyx RP. That's the server that we play on. It's the server that we call home. Again, though, I want to make sure that people understand every single person is welcome to come and roleplay. We have open arms for every single person. I don't care if you're socially awkward. I don't care if you're shy. I don't care if whatever your problems may be, whatever baggage you're bringing, does not matter to us one bit. You are welcome here. Every single person can contribute in roleplay in whatever way they find fun. And we just try to respect each other and have a good time while we roleplay. Every single person, if you are thinking about trying out, roleplay, come hang out in Bloodhaven. Come hang out on the Nyx RP server. There are many, many great RP communities with all kinds of stories. Bloodhaven never rests. We are always coming up with something. We even come up with reasons why we're going into dungeons and everything. It's been a lot of fun. And that is why I don't want people to think that I'm just harping on mainframe or anything like that, but it really rubbed me the wrong way when I read that. It felt so disrespectful to every person who has put their heart and soul into building up this world and to building up RP. I mean, hell, again, if you check our wiki, we have so much rich lore and rituals and different fun things that even if they're just used inside of our clan, that's perfectly okay. You can take anything that's on our wiki, shape it to your own desire and your own will so that you can have fun. Please be respectful with all of the stuff that's over there, but you are free to do with it however you like. I mean, hell, a lot of those deities we borrowed from Arendor, and I checked with them first and said, hey, is it cool if I modify these and add to these and make them our own? Absolutely, 100%. That's what RP is all about. So I don't want people to feel like we are exclusive or anything like that. We have so many people in Bloodhaven who are not part of the Order of the Blood Brother, who I have no idea who they are, and that's perfectly okay. We have so much fun interacting with them on a daily basis, and it has been a ton of fun. Moon says, If you're nice to me, you won't have any trouble. The one that met their untimely end was out to hurt that poor werewolf. Proteo says, no, I have RP'd with you before. We stopped on the bridge and talked about halitosis. Why I asked if that was his house. Oh yes, that's it's not really my house again, but that's like that's where I stay. That's the apothecary. That's where all the streams start pretty much. I have a nice diving board right up there too, you can see just off screen. Emma, welcome into the stream though. It's really great to see you. I hope you have been enjoying PAX Day. I hope you've been having a great new year. I really appreciate you stopping by the stream. Blimpy says, this is probably silly, but I think one reason I find RP intimidating is that I don't have a backstory planned. If I just jump in, people might ask questions, I don't have answers. See, that's the thing too. You don't have to have it all figured out. And people are not going to push you. People are not going to make you feel uncomfortable. People are not going to be like, oh, well, that's silly. We don't know where you came from. You don't even have to answer questions if you don't want to. You can just politely decline to answer. You can say, I'm not really comfortable answering that X, Y, and Z. I mean, some people, they don't really like to RP that much. They RP, they point to their ears, they shrug, and they waddle off like they don't, hear, they're deaf or something. That's their role play because they don't want to have too much role play and things like that. So it's really up to you, Blimpy. You just got to take the plunge one day. If you want to, start with me, start with any people that you've seen here on the channel, do their role play. They are all extremely, extremely kind in role play. I will never push you. You do not. I don't have a backstory. If you go to my on the website, I don't have a fully fleshed out backstory. Now I have it in my head. I like to keep it a mystery for the most part. I'll probably put one together at some point, but I'm normally so busy fleshing out deities and other things for the community and the clan that I don't really have a lot of time to sit down and just put together a whole backstory for myself. But you don't have to let that be a barrier for you, Blimpy. Just jump in whenever you're comfortable. And even if it's just test the waters, just dip your toes in, come do an RP walk through town. If somebody says hi to you, stop and wave and say, hi, it's so nice to be a part of Bloodhaven. It's such a wonderful place. Anything interesting happened today? Oh, why, yes, there was a sighting of a werewolf on the outskirts of town. Oh, that's very intriguing. I'll make sure to keep my wits about me. Thank you very much. Have a nice rest of your day. I'm going to be on my way to the market now. Even just a small interaction like that dips your toes in, that gets you experiencing it. And it gets you involved, Whatever you're comfortable with, that's what you do, Blimpy. But I'm really glad that you're on our server and that you've been having a lot of fun observing and living by us. Proteo says at that point, the Solace event wasn't locked down. Do you guys know, or the Solstice event is not locked down. Do you guys know when it'll be, or has it already passed? No, it has not passed yet. I've not figured out a date just yet. I'll put out some polls and stuff over on the Discord to find out what works best for the vast majority of people in the community. So if you're on our community Discord server, just keep an eye out for that poll, and then you can vote on whatever time works best for you. It'll probably be on a weekend, and it'll probably be on like an early afternoon time coming up. It'll probably be a week or two planned in advance to give people enough time to be able to come, but we are going to plan that very, very soon, and we're going to start to kick off the Moonlit Market and stuff. And again, all these events would not be possible without RP. Sabella, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Really great to see you. It's okay if you don't have a backstory, they say. Sometimes it helps to just start role-playing, and it might just fall into place. You get more ideas and inspiration as you play. Absolutely, 100%. John says, in most fictional werewolf stories, a person who is a werewolf doesn't know they're a werewolf, even if they can't control the transformation, meaning that they are aware of their condition. Oh, yeah, they'll like wake up in the middle of the woods covered in blood or something and have an upset stomach. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a lot of different paths that you could take with roleplay on things like that. So it's kind of open-ended. I mean, people get to have that freedom to be able to go whichever way that they really want, Proteo says, yeah, but like a real werewolf stories, not the fictional ones, it's very much a male Hulk mad ability. Yeah, I mean, that is one avenue that it can go sometimes, definitely. God Silent Grace says, easy tip for backstories, ask ChatGPT for a start, and then just use what happens to you in-game. That's what I've done this go-around. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ChatGPT is a great tool to get ideas for things and to spark stuff. I've used it extensively for different ideas, for keeping cohesion with a lot of things. And it has a memory, so it'll build up a repository of stuff, so when you're referring to things later on, it'll already have that information that it can build upon. Proteo says, yeah, I don't have that server, was just curious. Oh, for the event? Gotcha. Yeah, no, I'll definitely stream it, so you'll see it here on the channel. It'll be a lot of fun. We like to have those little gatherings from time to time, get together with people and have some fun. If there's anybody who is ever thinking about getting into roleplay, please come on and join us. There is an extremely rich world of lore to be had right at your fingertips. God Silent Grace says 3 cities, 3 city fallings, 4 movings, and 2 battles. There is so much rich roleplay and lore that goes on this server, and I absolutely love it. And that's, again, why I'm so passionate about it. I want to make sure that that gets preserved, guys. If anybody else has any other thoughts, comments, questions, concerns about this topic, if they feel some type of way about it, please don't be shy. If this is your first time here, hop in chat. We don't bite much. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your opinions on this. And alls we're asking for is to be acknowledged and to be respected by the devs and to not be a second thought. I don't want to be a second-class server because, to me, some of the greatest people who play this game, some of the greatest people who I've interacted with, have all started right here on a roleplay server. Oh, that's kind of a cool effect. Look at that. So I want to make sure that it's respected and that it is upheld by Mainframe, because I think that roleplay is one of the biggest things in PAX Day right now, guys. So let me know what you guys think about that in chat, in the comments. If you're watching this in the future, leave a comment. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I love hearing from you guys. I love giving you guys a voice and a platform to voice your opinions. And again, I'm not harping on Mainframe too hard. I think it was just a bad wording, and maybe I'm taking it the wrong way, but I'm pretty protective of the RP community. I want to make sure that everyone's having fun. I do my very best to make sure that everyone's feeling like they're having a good time in roleplay. So maybe I'm being overly protective. You guys let me know what you think. Maybe I'm taking it the wrong way and it wasn't intended that way. Maybe Mainframe can clarify that for me. I mean, they don't even have to acknowledge me. Most of the times they just ignore me anyways, so. But I want to make sure that your guys' voices are heard and that they know, hey, PAX Day has a huge roleplay scene. Let's check how many people are playing PAX Day currently. I'm curious. There are 1,322 people on Steam, 1,442 people in the peak 24 hours. Some people say this is just the Steam numbers. There are APIs that allow them to hook into the servers to get the actual server counts, or it could just be client count on Steam. In any case, if you double it, you're anywhere from 1,500 to 3K people still playing PAX Day, still going strong, still having fun, engaging with every single person in the community. Curtis, how's it going? Really great to see you on stream. Great to hear from you. Let's see what Curtis has to say here. Curtis says, I'm light into RP myself, formerly played 5N, M, and Red M, but it really does bring a game like this to life. I cannot agree more, Curtis, and you can see why I'm so protective of the community. I really do take it seriously because I want to make sure that we do not fall to the sidelines. I've seen so many games in the past where roleplay is just a side note, it gets tossed aside and it's not embraced. And that's how I took their statement. And again, I could just be being overly protective, I don't know, but it's really great to hear from you, Curtis. I hope you're having a great new year, and I hope to interact with you in roleplay in the future. Or if I already have, then it's been a pleasure, because it's been a pleasure to interact with the vast majority of people here on the server. It's been a lot of fun. We have built up so much together, and I don't want that to be diminished. Oh, wow, look at this. That looks really nice. I've not seen this before. It's like a wyvern or something, or a little dragon of type of sorts. Proteo says, I guess I'm just more optimistic. I figure if the people that didn't want to RP had to go to an RP server, I just think perhaps they will see the community and appreciate it and maybe join in. Yes, and I'm not putting this on the people, and that's why my problem is not with the people who will end up on the servers. Again, we will have open arms to welcome anybody who winds up in the RP community. If people don't act in good faith, hey, I got a list for that. If people are trolling and metagaming and just being trolls, we got a list for that. The vast majority of people have been great. My concern was just with the developer's statement on it. It's not really with the people. I'm going to be optimistic as well, and I'm going to hope that because the trend has been that every single person, the vast majority of people have been great to interact with. So I'm right there with you, Proteo. I hope that this is just an opportunity for people to see RP for the first time. I mean, people in my Discord have said that as well. Fadril pointed out, he said, hey, if I hadn't been like kind of peer pressured into playing Dungeons and Dragons for the first time, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I completely agree with that. But again, it was still a choice at the end of the day. I don't like the idea of them being forced into it. But I definitely hope that everyone who does join the RP server just to have a place to play will maybe see it and then want to engage in roleplay, and that can be their first experience. And again, we're not going to be treating anybody any differently. If people are coming through to town, and if they're not a role player and they're respecting our roleplay in our space, then hey, we'll roleplay with them and maybe they'll find out that they like it. So I'm not putting this on the people or the individuals or the communities or anything like that at all. My discontent was just with simply the way that they said it. And again, I'm not trying to tone police either. If the devs want to have that statement and that's how they want to be, that's 100% fine. I mean, hey, it's their game at the end of the day. It's their world. We're just living in it. But hey, we build the world. There would be a barren wasteland if it was not for us in this world, you know? No, I got you, Proteo. Yeah, the people. I understood you. Athena says, RP is easy for me. So my life is unreal for most people. Oh, I am reluctant. So my life is unreal for most people. Maven says, Lady Athena, always a pleasure to see you. Yes, absolutely, Athena. Every interaction I've ever had with you, Athena, has just been absolutely amazing. And it has been like that for the vast majority of people that we've interacted with. There's really only been a handful of people who have tried to troll or have tried to, ruin what we're building up here and having fun with. The vast majority of people have been absolutely amazing, Athena. And I'm glad that you reincarnate. Did I read that wrong? I'm a reincarnate, so my life is unreal for most people. Oh, I got you. Understood. I'm glad that you call Bloodhaven home, Athena. You have added so much rich fun and excitement into Bloodhaven that it's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have you here. I love seeing you. Every time that I see you, it brightens my day. And it's like that with, well, every single person who's in Bloodhaven. I can't even remember the last time I had a bad interaction with people. And that's why, again, Proteo, I'm not putting this on the individuals. I'm not putting this on the people who are going to find themselves on the server. It's more so just about the way that they said it. I mean, it just didn't sound right. Maybe there's a language barrier there. I'm not too sure. I'm trying not to be too hard on them while also defending the roleplay community, because I feel like I have a duty. I have a duty to protect this place. Athena says, big smile. Proteo says, fair enough. I happened on this midstream, so didn't have your back content. Oh, I got you. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. Look at all the beautiful builds that are around Bloodhaven. I mean, it's such a wonderful world that we live in. I do want to say thank you to Mainframe for working on such a great game and bringing all of us together. I think that Mainframe's doing a pretty good job. Some people like to think that it's a little bit slow. You know, they like to see it developed a little bit faster, and I'm not going to argue with that. I think that that's valid. I think that early access is not for everyone, but I think that Mainframe are onto something very special here, and I think it's going to be extremely, extremely fun once it's full release. I think it's going to be a wild game. unlike anything we've ever seen in the gaming industry before. Extremely player driven. I think they're onto a lot of unique things here, to be honest. They've taken bits and pieces from a lot of other pretty good working things, good working games, and they've kind of tied them together with their own little spices sprinkled in. To go back to the announcement that they put out, the teasers, we're getting some pretty cool things coming to the Wildlands. We're getting some interesting new bosses and enemies to fight. The relics are changing. The market stalls are evolving into more specific market stalls. We're getting more signs. A whole slew of new build pieces are on their way. We're getting more biomes that are going to be more specific to Cursed Rocklands and Corrupted Plains biomes. We're getting more things like that. They're going to feel more dark and sinister. There's a lot of cool stuff coming in the future of PAX Day. I, for one, am extremely excited for the future of PAX Day. I want to end this on a good note because I am really looking forward to the future of PAX Day. I'm looking forward to all the roleplay we're going to have in the future. I'm looking forward to building up our community and building up the game moving forward. I don't try to sell people on the game. I really don't. I give away copies of it. I mean, at times it may sound like I'm promoting the game, but that's because we're having a lot of fun. I like to let people see PAX Day for what it really is. I like people to decide for themselves. I like people to decide for themselves if this game is something that they want to spend their hard-earned money on, and more importantly, spend their very precious time in, because your time is precious. And I appreciate every person who spends it in our community and in this game. It's been a lot of fun to interact with you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun memories to be made in the future. A ton of great memories to be made in the future. Salty Veteran says, Athena, long time no see. Like a couple hours. It's Rastalin, yep. Fadril says, hello, Lady Athena. Athena says, hello, Lord Fadril. A certain visiting knight bought all your elderberry syrups. I was sworn to secrecy. There has been so much emergent gameplay that has taken place. I mean, we have met so many awesome people, and I know that 2025 is going to be such a special year for PAX Day, for the Inner Sleuths YouTube channel, for the Order of the Blood Brothers and all of our allies and other clans here on whatever server we end up playing on in the future, whatever RP server we play on. It's a really cool time. We are shaping the future. We are shaping the future of PAX Day, guys, and we're doing it together. And I want to make sure that Mainframe respect us and understand that we are a big community, that we love our roleplay and we love our immersion. We want to keep that as intact as possible. Salty is Rastalin. Wow. Yes, Athena. Salty veteran is Rastalin. It's hard sometimes to keep all the different names straight on YouTube, on Discord, in-game, on alts, and on, every other place that we have different interactions. Some people have different names across all of them, so it's hard to keep them all straight, but I want to end this on a positive note, guys, that the RP community is going nowhere. We are resilient. We will not be silenced. We will not be second-class citizens. We will not be on a second-class server. You guys all matter. You are all very important. The roleplay that you have created has been some of the best that I have ever experienced in my entire life, and it has really, truly inspired me to double down on the roleplay and to really lean into it. Not just in PAX Day, but everything that I do now has so much more roleplay pushed into it. And that is no small part due to the community here. Maven says, Void, I'm surprised you aren't up in the barracks right now. I try to get around, I try to move around to different places. Maven says your syrups are famous for drill, as are you. I think Fadril is really working towards that Blood Mason title. I don't know if it's something he wants, but it might be something that's bestowed upon him. Fadril, you have done some amazing work, as have many people. I don't know if too many people are striving for it. They have to make their intentions known if they are, because there are several people who are Blood Masons at their core, I can tell. Athena says, Rastalin, I cleared some castles today. Great fun. Maven says, you're doing great, Athena. That's awesome. I love to see people grow in their skills in PAX Day. It's a lot of fun to see them evolve as a character and as a citizen of Bloodhaven. I love to see Bloodhaven grow. Every day it feels like we have new people settling here, new houses popping up, new members applying to join. It's a never-ending thing. We are never going to stop recruiting. So if you got... Oh my gosh, Demon S. That one got me. Because there has been like not a lot of Tangias this stream. Welcome in, Demon S. Great to have you. There are a few new folks around. Yes, and that's what I mean. It's really great to see new people coming and engaging in roleplay and having fun. So I look forward to people joining us in the future. I don't want people to think that, again, we're exclusive or anything like that. We are all-encompassing. You are welcome here. We are the protectors of the free people. We will stand in that gap between the darkness and the good people who cannot defend themselves. We are here for you guys, and I love interacting with you guys on a daily basis, in-game and here on stream. You are what make this community a great place. Don't ever forget that. So it's nothing against anybody who winds up being on a roleplay server. I just think that Mainframe would do good to remember that the roleplay community is a great, big portion of PAX Day, and we're not going anywhere. So let me know what you guys think. Fadril, thank you for the super chat. Fadril says, Stag and Willow is open for your Bloodhaven retreat. See Fadril and Moon for details. Absolutely, guys. Come check out. We got a bunch of inns. The premier one, the Stag and Willow Inn. Let's reply to this. Maven says, and yay, Blimpy survived the barn. Yes, absolutely. Blimpy, you made it back. There was no werewolf hiding in your barn. Great to see. Blimpy says I did. I have odd marks on my arm, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. What has happened to Blimpy? What happened out there, Blimpy? Did you get barn leprosy? What happened out there, man? Guys, I'm really looking forward to 2025. I'm so excited. I don't even know where to set my goal, and I don't know what we're going to do when we reach the goal, but I started a new subscriber goal of 2,000. I don't know if I could do another 24-hour stream. That was intense. If you guys missed that, you're going to want to check that out. We did our 24-hour subathon, and it was absolutely insane. We played all kinds of games together. It was a lot of fun. We did a lot of PAX Day. It's quite a long watch. I don't have timestamps or anything in it. We played several different games, and it was a lot of fun. We showed off Pyro a little bit. It was pretty damn cool. Maven says, clear your schedule for next week. Clear whose schedule? My schedule. Lippy says, it's okay. The marks are from my kitten who like to make biscuits while I hold them. Oh, they're kneading on your arm. Athena says 2,000 subs is a 48-hour live stream. No way. No way. I can't do that. That's crazy. Hell, I don't even know if I could do another 24-hour stream. We may do 12 hours and 12 hours or something. Who knows? That was intense. But guys, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, because I do my best to give you guys a voice and make sure that everybody in the PAX Day community, not just role players, but everybody is having a good time and has a place that they can call home to have fun. If you're looking for a place to call home, please consider joining the Order of the Blood Brothers. It's a great place to meet some awesome people, some very, very loyal and dedicated individuals who will bend over backwards and give you their shirt off their back to make sure that you have what you need to succeed in this world, and you will never have to be alone again in the Order of the Blood Brothers. Come and check out Bloodhaven. Come and have some fun with us. I'm going to be trying to make my rounds around to a bunch of different clans to show off their builds as well. There's a lot to explore here in PAX Day. Fadril with another super chat. Themed parties available at the Stag and Willow Inn in Bloodhaven From vampires to werewolves, we have you covered for great escape and retreat. Vadril, thank you for the 2nd out of 5 super chats towards our goal. Really appreciate you, brother. Yes, the Stag and Willow Inn is an awesome place. I still got to come stay there one night just to see how it is. They need their claws trimmed, Blimpy. Oh, so they don't cut up your arms. Maven says, and make your way to our health clinic next door to the Stag and Willow Inn. Yes, absolutely. Check that out as well. Demon S says, my keyboard still has a face mark from the 24-hour stream. Oh, no. There were the dedicated few who made it to the 24-hour mark with me with very little to no interruptions at all, and Demon S was one of them. Demon S, your dedication to the channel and to the community is unending. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you, Demon S. Thank you for being such a great supporter of the channel and of all my works and deeds. It really means a lot to me. Huge shout out to all of my channel members. Guys, if you'd like to support my work, please consider becoming a channel member. You can click that join button down below to show your support. But I really appreciate you all. I hope that you guys have a great 2025. Trashman says, you guys are great. I've had some great interactions with some of your clan. Trashman, I really appreciate the kind words, man. We've had a great time interacting with everybody in our area. And not in our area. Everyone on the entire server. We've had so many great interactions with so many great people. Again, it's so much fun. I'm having a blast here in PAX Day. Some people say, hey, there's no content in that game. And I would again reiterate what Amaranda said. We are the content. We are the content. Maven says Demon S was the MVP. EOTB still recovering. You're still recovering, EOTB? Fadril bows to Demon S. Athena says Demon S is awesome. I agree with that statement. Trashman, it's really great to see you. I hope you're having a great 2025 so far. Demon S, thank you for the super chat. Says, come to the Temple of Arachnivar for all your spooky needs. Absolutely, guys. You should definitely check it out. It's a really cool place. It is an awesome place. All kinds of little hidden corners in the Temple of Arachnivar. Check out our wiki if you guys are interested in checking out all things roleplay and lore about not only just our clan, but the wider community for RP. There's a lot of things on there that you can take and modify. I'm working on a timeline. Actually, let's go over that before we close out here. Let me pull it up. There's a section on there called Passage of Time, and it's a work in progress still. This is what I have so far, though. The Veiled Era can be referred to as anything that's pre-early access, and that would be VE. Once we find out actual time frame of years, we'll be able to apply that here as well. The Dawn Era, DE, is anything that happens during early access, and that could be also broken down into pre-flood, flood, post-flood, or any other apocalyptic wipe of the servers to make it fun and roleplay interactive. The Unbound Era, or UE, is the post-early access era. And then here is what I have for the breakdowns of the months so far. And this is still highly work in progress. You guys can follow along over on wiki.cheekybugger.net/en/passage-of-time, or you could just navigate over there by going to !wiki in chat. Frost Harrow is January, Evergale is February, Winter Wane is March, and they kind of make sense. Like Winter Wane, you know, it's starting to be spring, the winter is waning. Bloom Stride, when blooming, everything is in full stride, is April. Green Reach is May. Dawnfire is June, because we're on the dawn of fire when it starts to get into summer. For summer, we have Suncrest for July, Everpeak for August, and Harvest End for September. And then we get into autumn with Crimson Fall for October, when the heat starts to dissipate and you get that cool, crisp air. Umbralis for November, when everything is cloaked in shadow and you start to get longer days. And then Hollowtide for December. So that's what I have so far. These are going to be fleshed out and added upon, but this could be used in roleplay for people to talk about different months of the year in a roleplay sense. Demon S says, ever have a demon locked up, or even have a demon locked up in there now with extra web to keep it there? Oh, nice. Very cool. Yes, I saw your screenshots. That's awesome. But guys, that's going to bring... I know this was kind of like almost like a podcast, but I wanted to show off. I wanted to have nice backdrops of Bloodhaven while we talked about all this stuff. So I know it was kind of like a podcast almost because there was a lot of talking and not a lot of gameplay, but I felt it important to show off all the builds and stuff that have been going up and a lot of the roleplay that's been taking place right here in Bloodhaven. I wanted to show off the place while we were chatting about this. So I know this was kind of like a podcast, so to speak, but I wanted to show you guys what we were building and where some things were going to be taking place. Before we close out, we're going to be hosting the Festival of Realms very soon. It's going to take place here at the Moonlit Market, which is right behind me there, as well as there's some places up in here that were held by players, but the plots seem to have gotten released and some other people have taken them. I'm here to humbly ask if we can get, I don't think I have a hammer on me, if we can get, there's like 2 or 3 plots right in here that somebody has claimed. It's right in the middle of Bloodhaven, right here, that we want to use for the Moonlit Market and for the Festival of Realms. It's going to be a community-wide RP building event that's going to take place right here in these fields. We have the archery set up inside the barracks, which we're going to use as well. But whoever's plots these are, maybe we could move your stalls somewhere so we can get this. This was supposed to be claimed by, we were doing a transition of plot claiming, but I guess the person was offline when it got released, so it got claimed by someone not in the clan. But if we could get that secured, and you can see right here the plot that was half released. Right here, there's like 3 or 4 plots that we need to get secured so we can host the fairgrounds right here in the middle. I think this was claimed by somebody named Mango or something like that. So if we can get that secured and we can use that for the fairgrounds, it'd be greatly appreciated. I know the entire RP community who's going to be attending our event would greatly appreciate it. So if you guys know who they are, reach out to them, see if we can arrange something. See if they want to step up for the roleplay community, so that way we can have a nice big RP event here in the heart of Bloodhaven at our fairgrounds. Blimpy says, that is a great party tree. Maven, thank you for the super chat. Maven says, come visit Bloodhaven, where freedom is paramount. Come independent, part of a team, or with interactions of taking the blood oath, or with intentions of taking the blood oath. Sorry, excuse me. Blood Brothers appreciates all good faith folk on PAX Day. Specials at the Stag and Willow Inn. I could not agree with you more, Maven. I could not agree with you more, Maven. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate you. But yeah, if anyone knows who this is, let's see if we can't secure it so we can get the fairgrounds start to get set up for the Festival of Realms Winter Solstice Edition. Make sure you're on the Discord so you do not miss when that event goes live. We're going to be talking about timing and stuff like that coming up really soon as well. If you'd like to join the Order of the Blood Brothers, head over to our Discord, type !Discord in chat. If you'd like to join our community and submit an application, go to our website, !website, or go to www.cheekybugger.net. But I want to end it by saying thank you guys for making 2024 one of the best years, not only for my channel, but for the community. I know that there's many, many more good years to come ahead of us. Here is to 2025. Let's bring it in right. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun RP interactions. Let's raise a toast. Demoness, thank you for the Tangia. Let's raise a toast to everybody still sticking it out, still playing PAX Day, and here is to future RP. Salty Veteran, thank you for the super chat. What's best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women. I don't know how to pronounce that. Salty, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Vadrill with another super chat. Thank you, Voidlock, for being our voice for all things. I do my best, honestly, I really do. I pride myself on being honest. I pride myself on having integrity. I pride myself on all of these things in order to make this world a fun place for everybody and to make a community where people can have fun interactions and know that there's other good faith people just around the corner. I do my best. I'm just one person. There's only so many hours in the day, but it definitely does fuel. It definitely does fuel my insomnia. That's for sure. That is for sure. But I really do my best, so I'm really happy to know that you guys appreciate that. And I know that it's not just know that it's not just me. There are so many people who put their heart and soul into all of this. And I really do appreciate all of you. I do my best to give you guys a voice. So again, don't be shy. Demoness! Demoness, thank you for the super chat. Holy crap. To all Paxians, to all of Bloodhaven, let's bring in 2025, shall we, Demoness? I say yes. Let's bring in 2025 as the best year in PAX Day. We may exit early access during 2025. Who knows? But we're going to be here for every single step of the way. You guys can count on me to be there with you, to be your voice, to give you a platform, to voice your own opinions. I love having open discussions with you guys. It is my favorite thing to do is to have these interactions with you all and bring you guys the news first and foremost whenever possible. Salty veteran. Come on, bro. It was Conan the Barbarian quote. Was it? Was it really Salty? Holy crap, Salty. It's too much, man. You guys are too much. I can't. The support is overwhelming. You guys really don't have to be doing that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. We have the best community here. We really do. All Paxians, all blood brothers, all allies, all clans, all people of these worlds. 2025 is going to be great. It's going to be a great year. Like I said, we may exit early access. We may exit early access. We may go full release. We may get mounts this year. We may get PvP. We may get war. We may get actual alliances. We may get so many great things this year. I think we're on the cusp of greatness with this game. I know development at time can seem slow. Mainframe, please keep up the good work. Please consider the roleplay communities going forward. I'm not going to harp on you too much here, but I'm also not going to give you an easy pass because that's just not how I roll. I can never be bought and paid for. I am here because of my supporters, because of the community, and I want to make sure they have a voice. Thank you guys for the super chats. You guys are insane. I cannot believe what just happened here at the end. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. It means so much to me. But 2025 is going to be great. EOTB says, a man must rise above the earth to the top of the atmosphere and beyond, for only thus will he fully understand the world in which he lives. That's a quote from what, EOTB? What's that a quote from? Vidril says, he puts a crazy face. Wow, you guys are awesome. Maven says Conan is good stuff. Conan Exiles was a great game. If they, I used to host an RP server for that, a private server. If they did not update that game and break the mods and break everything like every single week, I'd probably still have a Conan server. Conan Exiles is a lot of fun. Blimpy says miss Age of Conan. Fadril says eat a brisket. I'm going to have to cook a ceremonial brisket to bring in 2025 now. You guys have just locked that in, that's for sure. Absolute insanity, man. The turnout for my streams and the turnout and the support from you guys is just, it always blows my mind. When I set out to do YouTube, I never even once thought it would be this big. I never thought that I would meet so many great people and that it would turn into what it is, but I'm so freaking happy that it has. Salty with a quad brisket. Blimpy smacking me with a brisket as well. Socrates, EOTB? Oh, okay. Awesome. Great quote, man. I like it. Maven says, dinner at Void's house. You guys are all welcome. Come on by. We'll make a brisket for everybody. We'll smoke it out back. You know, that would be cool to do like a bar citizen style thing. Maybe we'll set that up. I don't know if many people are in the area, but maybe we'll do a meet and greet bar citizen style unofficial thing for PAX Day. What could we call it? What could we call a real life meet and greet? Or we just go to a bar and hang out, listen to music, and just visit with everybody. That could be a lot of fun. That's what Star Citizen does. They have Bar Citizen where they go and meet everybody at local events and stuff and just get to actually see people and interact with the real life people behind the screens. That could be fun. I'll keep that on the back burner. We'll think about that. We'll figure out what we could do maybe there to have a meetup for people, if anyone who's local. I mean, you guys already know where I go and play card games over at Dane's Games in the greater Chicagoland area. So if you guys want to head out there to ever play Star Wars with us or anything, you guys are always more than welcome to. Blimpy says Brisket Brothers. PAX in the Midwest. Could be a lot of fun. Be great to really meet some of you guys because there's so many great people out there. Maven says, hang on, let me grab my spaceship. I'll be right over. Well, I've always thought that Bar Citizen was such a cool idea. You know, you have Citizen Con where everyone's getting together, and then you have Bar Citizen where people are off the cuff just going to a bar to hang out. Developers go and hang out there as well. UTB says, Socrates often spoke about self-examination, wisdom, and the pursuit of truth. You are just our modern day version. You're saying I'm the modern version of Socrates. Hey, I can't take offense to that. It's a great compliment, DOTB. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you. Fadril says Chicago is only 2.5 hours away. I'm not actually in Chicago. I'm in the greater Chicagoland area. I'm quite a ways away from the city, but you know, people think of Illinois and they just think of Chicago. But yep, that's where I go and play card games. I'm not shy. If you guys ever see me out at Dane's games, you guys want to play around with me or something like that, I would love to meet fans. I think that doing a Bar Citizen style thing for PAX Day could be a lot of fun. Could be a lot of fun to meet everybody. Demon S says, hang on, I'll start swimming. Should be there next year. Just possess a shark and have them bring you over. What is going on here? Hold on. What is this? Oh, it's Waylo. Waylo's doing the no pants run. There he goes. Oh my gosh, Waylo. I will confirm with Deadbird what he wants to do with his copy, and if he does want to pass it on to the next person, then Waylo, you will have won a free copy of PAX Day. Guys, we're doing a giveaway here on the channel. I love 3.2 hours away from Schaumburg, Fadril. Gotcha, brother. Road trip? Won't fly? I don't really fly either. I only take road trips as well. Demon S says I stole his pants. Demon S, give that man his pants back, AOTB says. Maven says someone will need to pick me up from the airport. I'll pick you up from the airport, Maven. I literally would. I literally would pick you up from the airport. 100%. I'd pick you up from the airport. No hesitation. I'd be there. I'd get you. Especially because O'Hare or wherever you'd be flying into is absolute insanity. Waylo says making some pants. Waylo, there's plenty of pants in the armory. I can help you after stream if you like. But guys, we're doing a giveaway this month again. We're giving away another copy of PAX Day. Let's keep it going. Let's keep giving away copies of PAX Day until every single person out there has a copy to be able to hop in and have some fun with us going into 2025. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. But keep that in mind. I think that could be cool to do like a Bar Citizen style thing. PAX Citizen. I don't know. I'll talk to AI. I'll come up with a cool name for it if we are going to do it. But it'd really be great to see you guys, honestly. It'd be fun to cover the event live. I can live stream it as well. It'd be a lot of fun. We'll make it into a thing. We'll keep building up the PAX Day community. But Mainframe, don't take it too hard. Please just consider the way that could have came across to us. We want to know that you respect us because we're here with you. We're here with you going into 2025, and it's going to be a great year. Guys, I'm going to go get some food. I haven't even eaten yet today. I woke up a little late because I was up super, super late working on the website and stuff, getting some more RP stuff fleshed out on there. I was up till like 8 in the morning working on all of that stuff to make sure that everything's running smoothly here within the Cheeky Buggers United and the Order of the Blood Brothers. But I'm going to go get some food. I have gift cards for brisket and stuff at the local barbecue place from Christmas. Maybe I'll have to go get some brisket. Who knows? Maybe I'll make another brisket myself. But we're bringing in the new year with brisket, that's for sure. Thank you guys for the super chats. Really, you guys always go above and beyond, and it is greatly appreciated. You guys have no idea how far your support goes here on the channel. It's why we're able to do giveaways. So thank you guys so much for the support. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
snow descends. Silent whispers from the winds as they bend. Candles flicker in each ancient tower. The night holds a mystic power. Moonlight dancing on the frozen ground. Echoes of nights long lost and found. Armored shadows in the frosty night. Bones of steel under pale moonlight. Winter weaves as smells of wine and deep. The city breathes and ancient spirits keep guarding tales of old with every breath. Blood, brothers, honor, even in death. Hearts are warm in the stone embrace. Stories told by a crackling blaze. Children dreaming of heroic quests in the city where legends rest. Snowflakes landing on a solemn cross mark the places of triumph and loss. Chills that whisper of a time beyond.